There is major fallout from the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view involving Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view faced off with Goldberg. Roman Reigns ended up winning by putting Goldberg into the guillotine and making him pass out. However, there was some unseen drama behind the scenes. So according to a rumor, Roman Reigns going into this match did not know that it was the final match on Goldberg's WWE contract, and that basically after this match, he would no longer be part of WWE and he would be a free agent. And very well, it could be his last match ever. Goldberg posted this on social media saying that, I hope I win the match tonight against Roman, but it very well could be my very last pro wrestling match ever. Well, Roman was shocked because nobody told him that this was Goldberg's basically farewell match in WWE, because a scripted ending for the match was Roman puts Goldberg in the guillotine and makes him pass out, and Roman wins the match. And Roman said, well, that's not a great farewell, making Goldberg look like a loser basically because he passed out in the guillotine. Well, how about if we just do a DQ, where Roman said, what if I just hit Goldberg with a chair, referee sees it, DQs me, and that way Goldberg gets a little victory on his way out, and he's not completely embarrassed by passing out in the submission move by Roman. And WWE said, are you crazy? You have to just win the match. You have to submit Goldberg and make him pass out so you look strong going into WrestleMania. And Roman, did everything he could to try and get Goldberg to go out on top in some way. WWE just wasn't having it. So Roman was forced to do the finish that actually happened. He put him in the guillotine. He made Goldberg pass out. He kind of embarrassed him on his way out. And it's 100% true that Goldberg's WWE contract is now 100% over. Goldberg is no longer part of WWE. He can do whatever he wants. He can go to any company he wants now. And after the match happened, Roman went up to Goldberg and said, you know what? I'm sorry, man, that I had to do that in your last match in the company, but I was just following orders. And Goldberg responded by saying, I don't blame you at all. We can't all go out on top. And Roman shared a very emotional moment backstage, and they said, you know what? Spear versus spear. We've been waiting for this to happen for years. It finally did. We gave the fans what they wanted. It doesn't matter who won or lost. At least we went out there and gave it our all, and that's it. And Roman said goodbye to Goldberg because WWE has made it known behind the scenes that they have no interest in Goldberg ever wrestling in the company again. And Roman didn't feel good about it. And Roman told close friends that he felt like it was a tragedy that he wasn't able to help Goldberg go out on top. Instead, he had to go out in a kind of embarrassing way. But this is the way pro wrestling is. And sometimes wrestlers just can't go out on top and have to do a job in order to help somebody else. And Roman believes they had a great match at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. Unfortunately, there is a sad update involving Brock Lesnar. At the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, we saw Brock Lesnar participate in the Elimination Chamber match. One of the other participants was Bobby Lashley. Unfortunately, during the match, Seth Rollins pushed Austin Theory into Lashley's pod, and Lashley hit his head on the pod, and WWE said it caused a concussion and he had to be pulled from the match, and Lashley wasn't even able to participate. A few hours after the pay-per-view ended, the truth came out. Lashley didn't suffer a concussion. Lashley was already injured going into the match. It turns out that Lashley was injured back at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view in his match against Brock Lesnar. It seems that Brock Lesnar accidentally injured Bobby Lashley, and Bobby Lashley was unable to wrestle after the Royal Rumble pay-per-view because he has not wrestled. He's done some in-ring promos, but he has not wrestled in a match since then, and that's why he didn't wrestle in the Elimination Chamber match, because he injured his shoulder, and the report says that Lashley is going to be out for 4 to 6 months now because he needs to undergo surgery for his shoulder injury. And Lashley's injury was at the hands of Brock Lesnar, but it was an accident. Brock Lesnar did not mean to injure Bobby Lashley, but it happened. It happened when Brock Lesnar German suplexed Lashley, and Lashley landed bad on his shoulder. Now, according to the report, Lashley had actually told Brock Lesnar prior to the match his shoulder was bothering him. It wasn't anything that was going to stop him from wrestling, but he just kind of tweaked it in a prior match, and just not to German suplex him. Well, it turns out that Brock, I guess, forgot that he wasn't supposed to German suplex Lashley due to this nagging shoulder problem that he had. And when he did German suplex Lashley, that's when the injury to his shoulder happened, and now he's out for 4 to 6 months. And for some reason, WWE hid this injury and then had him go out with a fake concussion during the Elimination Chamber match. And Brock has told close friends that he remembers Lashley telling him before the match that he had a sore shoulder and not to German suplex him. But just during the match, during the emotions, during everything, he just forgot. He forgot he wasn't supposed to German suplex Lashley, because that's kind of the thing he does. He takes these people to Suplex City, and then you count how many suplexes he does on his opponent. And he just got caught up in the match, and he forgot. And Brock Lesnar feels bad about injuring Lashley. And Lashley told Brock, you know what, I'm not upset with you. It happens. The shoulder is probably going to be injured eventually anyways, whether you German suplex me or not. Don't worry about it. I have no ill feelings towards you. I'm going to heal this shoulder, and then maybe we'll meet down the road, maybe at SummerSlam or some other pay-per-view. What are your thoughts about Goldberg losing in his final match in WWE? And what are your thoughts about Brock Lesnar injuring Bobby Lashley? Leave a comment below and give me your opinion. And don't forget to subscribe and click the bell notification so you are notified when we upload a new video.